In the previous episode of YOLO Hangout,
personally, my girlfriend will be like, so Ato, have you seen your picture on my DP? Why is it not my picture is not on your DP? And I'll go like, have you seen my mom there? Have you seen my sister there?
I was drunk and I went to, and my dad was, Sam, what's wrong? Wait, Jimmy, what about them? So that's why the slappings. even though I was drunk, like I felt it.
Today, the discussion gets even hotter.
People do certain things based on what they've gone through. If I tell you I'm taking you to Dubai and I'm capable of, who won't follow me? Everyone will.
Man, or let me say men, women in one room, petrol and matches, there's just going to be fine. So there are certain actions we do that we should be really cautious.
And today we are talking sex, sexual harassment, taking responsibility for one's actions, parents-teen relationships, and many more. Welcome to the YOLO Hangout. This show is brought to you by the National Population Council, supported by USAID and facilitated by Communicate for Health. Now we have an amazing studio audience here with us. Before we start with the show, know that you can get interactive with us on our social media platforms. It's YOLO Ghana on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Good life. Live it well. Good life. It's an everyday thing. YOLO. You only live once. We'll be back.
Yeah, don't waste any time. He's waiting.
You have to make up your mind though.
Come on, yeah, this is the only way. If you really want to hang out with us, you've got to step up and do this.
I'm sorry, sir. I have to focus on my education.
What?
Here's your phone.
Be a positive influence on your friends. You only live once, so make the smart choice.
Good life. It's an everyday thing. Good life. Live it well. Good Life from Ghana Health Service and Partners is here to make healthier, happier living an everyday thing.
Welcome back. My guest today, my ears are doing me ting. Let's welcome Gloria, known in YOLO as Mrs. Wiafe. Welcome, Gloria. Now, I don't want to gossip. During YOLO and after YOLO, how has your life been? Was YOLO your first production?
Yes. Before YOLO, I was just doing adverts. For series, it's my first.
It's your first?
Yes.
So would you say that after YOLO has opened doors for you to do?
Amazing doors. Because now I have favors. Anywhere I go, I get people making me feel good positively.
So it's been good?
Yes.
You're one of the most colorful characters in YOLO. Now you have certain gestures and words that you use. How did you bring life to the character?
I have friends that we have terms. Some of the words that I used to say to my friends and then brought in to make it more fun.
I must say that it worked for you.
Yes, it did.
Let's watch a few scenes from some episodes of YOLO.
So, Charlie, she can't see you.
Why? What's the problem?
I don't know. You know that they gave us this venue for free, right? Hey, there's nothing like free lunch. They definitely want something. If you look sharp, Shika wants you. Yeah?
So you knew all this. Why didn't you say so we could find another venue? George, see, he wants me to stop working here and come be his personal assistant.
What that? The resignation letter? Lydia, so you were serious?
Cyril, I've made up my mind now. I want to work for Shika.
Starting with the topic of sex. Now we see that at the party, Lydia goes in to meet Shika. Do you think that that was a good decision, and do you also think that she knew what she was getting into?
Obviously, yes. And it wasn't a good decision because if you study that very scene, she was nervous. She even went to George, what does Shika want, this, that. And then going in alone was very risky, knowing that Shika was with his friends, requesting for 10 girls. Man, or let me say men, women in one room, petrol and matches, there's just going to be fire. There's sure going to be fire. So there are certain actions we do that we should be really cautious.
For me, she didn't make the right decisions. She was trying to please Cyril and George, and she was being pushed to do something to please them. That was all.
Anybody else has any personal experiences to share with us? Being pushed to do something you don't want to do, or getting into a situation you didn't know what was going to happen with a man, an older man or an older woman?
To me, if you've been called by some people, you don't have any bad intention or bad idea. So if things happen like that, at times it will be like a shock or a surprise.
And whether you trust the person enough or not.
Yes.
Right. Okay. What do we make of younger people who are in search of greener pastures despite the consequences?
Okay, for me, I don't blame them because sometimes you don't really know what they've gone through. People do certain things based on what they've gone through. Others also fight back. But on Lydia's case, I see it to be she is doing it out of the fact that maybe she has been in a difficulty she doesn't want to be in. If I tell you I'm taking you to Dubai and I'm capable of, who won't follow me? Everyone would. So I think it's based on what she has gone through. That is why she's following Shika.
To me, I don't know, but I don't know what is outside that you can get here. For you can also work hard and succeed in Ghana. But we have people outside the country who don't even have 3 square meals to eat, who are struggling on the street, who don't have a place to sleep. You going there for greener pastures. What shows you can work hard here and get what you want here? She could have followed Shika, yes, but you should also think of who you are following. Do you trust the person enough? You do not know what you are going to land yourself into. You have a family here, you have friends here who can support you. So I think it could have been better if Lydia stayed in Ghana than to follow Shika.
Okay. Regardless of the consequences, will you follow an older man or an older woman to travel outside regardless, knowing what you are going into? Would you do it?
A person like Shika coming to you, telling you that I'm taking you outside and I'll offer you anything you want. Who won't follow that guy? Even in Ghana here, you hear somebody telling you that, oh, even when you go outside and you clean the street, the money you get, and we know the currency now, the exchange value is very high. And a person like Shika telling you, when I take you, I'll offer you a job. Who won't follow Shika? So I don't think...
So what would you take into consideration? The person or where you are going to?
It's where you're going to.
Okay.
But the person also counts.
Mrs. Biafe, what's your take on young people seeking greener pastures regardless of the consequences?
I think it's bad because, one, you don't know what you're going to do there. What if he takes you there and then asks you to sleep with 1,000 men? Do you want that than living here and taking a good job? I think Lydia didn't really think about it. She was thinking about the nice aspect of
the
that
luxury,
thing. Yes.
the comfort.
Yes. Somebody like Shika, his behavior and everything is not good. So why would you follow such a person?
It's time to see what our friends in town have to say about this topic.
It is very bad for a young girl to enter into an older person's room, whereby it can happen that maybe the young person can have sex with the lady who has entered into the room. So we should avoid those. We should let our young girls to avoid going to an elderly people's room.
Let's watch a few scenes from some episodes of YOLO.
Your phone has been ringing non-stop.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing it's my dad.
No, it's Irene. That's the caller ID.
I just can't sleep.
What has that got to do with me?
The homework you gave me, it's so difficult.
This is not the right time to talk about this, and you know that.
I miss you.
Look, I've got to go now, okay? I've got to go now.
No, wait. Please tell me you miss me too, and I'll go away. Please. Cyril.
Hey, good morning.
Look, stop calling my boo, okay?
How dare you?
What? Who is she? And what are they doing in Cyril's house on Sunday morning?
Look, never come to my house without my permission again, okay?
But why are you upset with me?
Seriously, you picked up a call that was meant for me. Why would you want to do that?
You also made me talk to your friend yesterday. Why would you want to do that? Do you know I cried?
Look, Irene, please, you'd have to leave right now. Please.
Won't you see me off?
Okay, so let's move on to sexual harassment. Now, Irene is seen openly pursuing Cyril. Cyril is not budging, but Irene keeps pushing. Have you experienced any of that? The gentleman, has a girl been on your neck for a relationship? And the ladies, does it happen?
Yeah, there've been such cases. I would confess, personal experience. my first ever girlfriend was the one who came to me.
Okay.
Understand? Yeah, she was all over me. Like we went to classes together, studying, always going on errands with me and stuff. Okay. And like how Irene is doing it. Irene is so brave, but with her, she wasn't so brave. But she took a bold step by kissing me in a corner. Good. That was what spiced. That was what spiced like everything.
That's what gingered you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
No,
so,
but in
so
the case of Cyril
instances.
and Irene, Cyril has a girlfriend, and so he doesn't like Irene, but Irene keeps pushing. In your case, you already like the girl, right? But Cyril doesn't like Irene.
Then in that case, you being the guy, you have to give the girl some space. Okay, let the girl know her boundaries to you. In fact, sometimes ignore her. She has to send you a text, you want to reply. She calls you, you ignore.
Yeah, I also had this friend in JHS, way back in JHS, you know. She used to pressure me a lot. Then sometimes she comes to school with gifts and all that. She'll come to me like, oh, Abraham, this for you, I bought this for you. So, you know, one day I didn't understand why she was buying me all those gifts. So I went to her like, bitches, why are you buying me all those gifts? She'd be like, allow. So she was like, Abraham, you know something, I like you. So I went ahead to ask her, but then you know I have a girlfriend, so why do you like me all of a sudden? She's like, oh, no, that's the feeling I have for her. So then I told her, no, I can't do this. I have a
In JHS?
So yeah, that was in JHS.
Okay.
Yeah, JHS 2. That was in JHS 2. Yeah, JHS 2. Oh, actually, I started dating class 5, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm talking from experience. Let me confess, as a class 5, I was kissing. You understand? So, like, oh, just the normal one, like, yeah, we were so curious, you know. We were so curious because we used to watch all those stuff on TV and all that.
Personally, I think it's all about love. Oh. No, I understand Irene. Like when you are in love with someone at a young age and love at first sight, you just fall for someone. But you see, we are young people, so we should know how we are teenagers, and teenage life is one of the most difficult transitional period of your life. There's a lot of temptation. Your hormones are all over the place, and you are crashing on everybody, and you like every guy. But we should know how we control, we should know how we deal with it. Because you like it or not, definitely. We are not trees, we are human beings. We have feelings, we have hearts. You will love someone and you crash on someone, but you should know how you
go
Yes,
about it.
go about
As
things like
teenagers, do you think that we know what love is?
I think teenagers don't know what love is. They mostly follow their lust for their opposite sex.
I think they don't know, because when I was like them, I thought I loved somebody, but I realized that it wasn't. I didn't know what I was doing. It was lack. So I think when you get such feeling, you can try and control it and understand yourself before you say it is love.
Let's get some expert advice from the Youth Corner.
Just like boys always do, some girls openly pursue boys into relationship. This may be unconventional, but it does happen. This behavior, when it becomes repetitive and offensive in nature, disturbs and upsets people. Young people who are victims of harassment should report to their parents, guardians, or to the police. Good life, live it well. Good life, it's an everyday thing. YOLO, you only live once.
Meet Sandra. She's 16 years old. Her dream was to become a doctor. She began studying hard to achieve her dream. It seemed nothing could stop her. That is until she met Bob. Her friends warned her to take it slow, but she wouldn't listen. And then she missed a period. Now her parents are disappointed in her. She can hardly face all those she loves, and her friends pretend they don't know her. And as for Bob, all because she missed one period. As a teenager, every period counts while you're in school to achieve your dreams. You only live once, so make the smart choice.
Good life. It's an everyday thing. Good life. Live it well. Good Life from Ghana Health Service and Partners is here to make healthier, happier living an everyday thing.
Welcome back from the commercial break. It's still the YOLO Hangout. Let's watch a few scenes from some episodes of YOLO.
Have you ever tested for HIV?
No, Daddy.
I think you should.
Daddy, I'll think about it.
Okay, think about it.
So moving to our next topic, parent-teen relationships. In YOLO, we see that Na's father addresses a very sensitive issue with her on whether she's had sex before and if she's gotten herself tested for HIV/AIDS. If you were in Na's shoes, how would you feel? Comfortable or nervous?
For me, I will feel very nervous because I'll be asking myself, what has my father seen or heard? That's why he's asking me such questions.
Okay, for me, I will not really be nervous because I know myself and I know my dad knows me. So if he's asking, maybe it's based on something that might have happened without me knowing, like just out surprisingly, yes. So I'm not sure I'll be nervous.
Or he's just asking out of concern?
Yes.
Okay.
Me, I'll be nervous if I know I'm guilty. If I'm not, I'll not feel nervous. I'll just agree and we'll go and do it, and that will end everything.
Okay, for me, as my brother said, if you know that you've done something like that, you feel nervous. But if you haven't done anything, you just give him the answer he wants to know, then that's it.
Is it common for parents to talk to their children about sex?
Not all that common.
It's not common.
But like some parents, to protect the child from doing it or to alert her that if you do this, you involve yourself into this.
Let's watch a few scenes from some episodes of YOLO.
I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know. I stole you.
Our next topic of discussion is teenage pregnancy. Mrs. Biafe, is it common in our communities to see girls of that age get pregnant?
Yes. If you go to Agbogbloshi, Choko, you see 14 years, 16 years pregnant. it's really a problem.
Do we know any girls in their teens who are pregnant or who have gotten pregnant?
Yeah. From where I stay, yeah. This one girl, she became a dropout because she got pregnant. And then not long, I saw her again, and then she's pregnant. And I'm wondering what's motivating her. I need to ask her that question. I need to ask her because I don't understand. You were pregnant, you had to drop out of school. At least that should even give you enough lesson. But then you've gone, and then you're going to take pregnancy again. It's too much.
I know someone who became pregnant with a second child in class 6, and she thinks it's fun. Like she doesn't see anything wrong with it.
I know of a certain girl. She's 9 years and she got herself pregnant. And yeah, 9 years. Yeah, she got herself pregnant and she gave birth at the age of 16 too.
She got pregnant.
Got pregnant again. So now her father don't know what to do again. So it's like her father is just disturbed.
As young people, what do we need to do to ensure that things like this do not happen to us, our siblings, and other younger ones around us?
As young people, I think we must always take precautions, because before something happens, there is a beginning. If you see that what is happening will lead to something else, then you have to spontaneously stop. Like, just don't continue. Abstain from everything that is related to sexual stuff.
Okay.
I also think talking to our parents more is the best, because we can be able to share our feelings and our thoughts with our parents, and they know how to advise us.
And I also think the media plays a role in this. It's like the media really advertise these contraceptives and condoms, but they don't really advertise abstaining from the sex.
No one kisses with his or her hands down. Definitely you touch. And also the media, we watch the things they put on TV, telenovelas. It's too much. It's all over the place.
Me, I think the first step is to abstain. When you abstain, that will be the best option, because that comes from you. It's going to help you as an individual as well.
Okay, talking about parents, Mrs. Biafe, what do you think the youth of today need to do to ensure that they don't impregnate anybody or they don't get pregnant?
I think the parents should talk to them often. We shouldn't be that strict, because my mom was strict, so I couldn't tell her a lot of things. So I think we should try and bond with them and then teach them. We shouldn't shout at them when they come to us. Let's be their best friends, so that at least they won't go to another person for advice, but they will
give
come
them
to
negative
us.
advice.
Yes.
Yeah, don't waste any time. He's waiting.
You have to make up your mind though.
Come on, yeah, this is the only way. If you really want to hang out with us, you've got to step up and do this.
I'm sorry, sir. I have to focus on my education.
What?
Here's your phone.
Be a positive influence on your friends. You only live once, so make the smart choice.
Good life. It's an everyday thing. Good life. Live it well. Good Life from Ghana Health Service and Partners is here to make healthier, happier living an everyday thing.
Welcome back from the commercial break. It's still the YOLO Hangout. Before I let Mrs. Biafe go, does anyone have a question for her?
Like our presenter said, you are one of the colorful characters in the series. So I'd want to ask, how are you able to execute your role?
You want to say how was I able to gossip?
Yeah.
I know that. No, it was because I care about people.
We just want a short sketch on what you do on YOLO. Just it really interests us, so we just.
So you want me to gossip, eh? And I've told you I don't want to gossip. You want me to gossip? So you enjoy the gossip, right? Okay. So bring something. Let's gossip about.
This has been the YOLO Hangout. I had my guest presenter, Gloria, known in YOLO as Mrs. Biafe, Here with me in the studios, alongside our lovely studio audience, the YOLO Hangout is brought to you by the National Population Council, supported by USAID and facilitated by Communicate for Health. Now keep in mind that you can also follow up the discussions on our social media platforms. It's YOLO Ghana on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Thank you, Mrs. Biafe, for coming, and thank you, studio audience, for being engaging in this discussion. Thank you so much. My name is Lenny Lomote and I've been your host. It's time for us to go. This has been the YOLO Hangout. Good life. Live it well. Good life. It's an everyday thing. YOLO.